Well, in this video I thought what I would do is I would show you around my school, just in case you're thinking of getting some kind of teaching job abroad and you wonder what the conditions were like in a school abroad somewhere. What I'll do is I'll go around, I'll show you campus and the facilities, and then you can decide. So some of you might be thinking about moving abroad and working in an international school. Actually, this is a Chinese licensed school, but we call it an international school. So you might be thinking that, but you might be wondering what is it like. So through this video, what I'll do is I will show you, and then I will voice over with different thoughts and ideas and opinions as we go through, and then hopefully after about 15 minutes you can get some kind of idea about if you might think it's a good idea or not. So this is the kind of garden area. I know they're trying to let some bits go wild so we can encourage wildlife in here as well. But they're doing a good job of growing all these veggies. So this is the back bit of the school. This is all the buildings here. It's rather big, but it's quite nice. Okay, so this bit looks very messy, but it's meant to be a wild garden to encourage the animals and the insects. So this is going to be a wild field, and then we get hedgehogs and stoats and different kind of birds and stuff in the school already. So it's just trying to encourage more and to make it more wildlife friendly. Oh, there's some nice tomatoes there. I'm going to walk around the outside of the school first of all, and I will show you the grounds and what the outside of the buildings look like, and then we will head inside and we'll have a quick tour of the inside of the building. Right, this is the greenhouse. So in here we've got some, what's this called, aquaculture. So the fish are in the water on the bottom, as you can see, and the water circulated and the fish poop feeds through and feeds to the plants. Yeah, so this is quite a nice area, this. And of course it's a really well built greenhouse. It's a pretty good thing. And this thing looks like it's built to last a lifetime. Apart from that loose bolt, but apart from that it's pretty strong. This is a sculpture made by one of the art teachers. So you might ask yourself, why would I want to work in a private school, and especially in China? Okay, so this is the south gate. This is the main entrance to the school. This is where kids get dropped off in the cars and picked up. And then this is what is known as the archway. Book sale going on inside there at the moment. As you can see, the facilities here are second to none. They're amazing. So the school consists of the academic building, and then the residential towers, and then what we call the PAC, or the Performing Arts Centre, and all the gyms and swimming pool areas. So for me, the job isn't purely about the money, although the money is very good here. It is also about my working environment. I came here in 2015, so it's now 2023, so I've been here for the last 8 years. I came in the second year the school was open, so it was actually officially opened in 2014, and you can guess probably took a couple of years to build. Had some huge sponsors for it, and the actual cost of the building is hundreds of millions, I think, dollars. So it was like a very, very expensive build, but it's pretty impressive. They've packed a lot a lot's been packed into a small site. This is AstroTurf grass. This pitch, this turf. This was $1 million to put this turf down. Okay, so we're just walking over to now where there's a little nature pond. I'll just show you what it looks like. Apart from the AstroTurf, this is real turf, so we do some camping on this bit. I help run the Duke of Edinburgh Award, and that is an area where we do some practice camping or some camping when we are at school. Okay, so this is the nature pond, and it's actually growing in quite nicely now. It looks really good. This is pretty well established. Got some nice water lilies in there. Buses come in here in the morning and then run down there, go through here, drop the kids off. There's fish in there, and I bet somewhere there's a load of frogs. So you can see it's a very pleasant surroundings and place to work. It's really quite nice. It's nice in the summer. It's like 40 degrees. In the winter it gets to about can get to like -20. We have a lot of fruit trees around the perimeter. It says not to pick the fruit, which is a shame because it would be quite nice to eat the fruit, but I guess they're going to have it in the school canteen. Think about also when you're thinking about moving abroad, can you handle it? You're going to be a long way from your friends and family for potentially a very long time. So at the big building ahead of us is the PAC, which is the Performing Arts Centre, and then that kind of beigey coloured, mustardy coloured bit is where they have performances as well underneath there as well as inside there. So they do the plays and stuff inside, and then they have bands and stuff on the outside, and then people sit on that grass mound and watch. It's rather nice. Being a boarding school, we are 24 hours a day. So the kids stay in the residential towers along with all of the secondary school staff. So during term time, it is a very busy place. Think about the curriculums you want to teach as well. Now, this is a full IB school, so they normally employ people who've got IB experience. A bit of a catch-22, but if you can get into a school in China that's starting off, then you should be able to get some really good experience, which is exactly what I did. When I came here, I had no IB experience, so I really studied and I did lots of work to familiarise myself with the MYP. The gym is fully equipped, and actually this has just been extended but maybe doubled in size. It's got all the equipment you can need, imagine, or want. All the kids come here, work out, train. A lot of the staff come in, work out, train. There's areas to do kind of all sorts of things, and lots of treadmills, cycling machines and everything else. So this is looking down into the swimming pool. There's an area that's got a low floor, and there's a deep bit for all the competitions and the swimming that the school caters for. And then staff, of course, can use this when the kids aren't using it. Mornings, a lot of staff who do 5 a.m. swimming, not me. So say you like the look of this place and you're thinking, well, what do I need to work in a place like this? So first of all, you need your teaching certificate from whatever country you may be coming from. Then you need to fulfill all of the visa requirements. So you're going to need to do things like get your qualifications checked or apostilled in your country. You're going to need to get a medical. This is the tennis court on top of the gymnasium roof. I just cut in there. So you need to get a medical test. So you've got tested for all kinds of diseases and lung problems, especially for China. They want a lot of information medically to check you're fit and you are capable of doing the work. This sculpture was created by some famous artist. I cannot remember the name at the moment, and donated to the school. So this is now the back of the Performing Arts Centre. It is quite a stunning building, really. Later on I'll show you inside and you can see what it looks like. Okay, so we're now entering the academic building, and this bit has a atrium that goes up like 4 or 5 floors, I think. It's quite an interesting building. It's quite a nice design. To the left of us there are 2 lecture theatres, and ahead of me to the right, but behind me now, there is a middle school library. And then on the 4th floor there is a senior school library.
Welcome to the final assembly for the secondary school, also known as our end of year celebration.
We're also lucky enough to have access to one-to-one Macs and cartloads of iPads. That is a massive server dedicated to the school. Just looking over the top of this area, I really like this. I like the way the lamps look. So on the right of me here is the high school library, and that was designed by a guy called Luke Hughes, who is an English architectural designer, and he's done huge buildings for American universities, for all kinds of places. So he came over and he designed the lecture theatres and this library for the school. He also gave some nice interesting talks to our grade 10 classes on designs. So thank you very much, Keystone, for a lovely 8 years, and thank you guys for watching. Now if you want to ask me anything or you're interested in working abroad, then please just leave me a message and I will get back to you. Okay, so thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. So what do you get out of this? Well, you get good wages. If you've got kids or up to 2 kids, then they get free education, which is worth about $60,000 a year. You get flights, you get medical, you get 2 lots of money back actually. You get a little red book, and when you leave you get a big lump sum back, which is fantastic.
做一次全体员工会议。
So Keystone is never going to be Keystone is never going to be the same again. If we're doing our jobs well each year, we're a completely new school, staffed by different individuals.
Goodbye, Keystone.